This is 11 Accelerated Vocabulary Unit 3. First word is abominate, verb, to have an intense dislike or hatred for. So to loathe, to abhor, to despise something. And in this picture, the girl looks like she abominates her green vegetables. I don't know what she's eating, but she does not like them. It can be on a more serious level. You can abominate something deeper like racism or liars. It doesn't have to necessarily be with something that you just hate a little bit. Acculturation, noun, the change of social patterns, traits, or structures of group or society by contact with those of another. So adaptation, assimilation. So it's the modification of those patterns. So you move to a different country and you might kind of change your traits, your structures, your social patterns because of your contact with this new country that you live in. Adventitious, adjective, resulting from chance or inherent cause, accidental. So something that accidentally happens to you, but in a good way. So like winning the lottery, some kind of luck or fate. So adventitiously winning the lottery would be obviously a very good thing to happen to you. Ascribe, verb, to assign or refer to as a cause or a source. So to attribute. You can ascribe, the sign says, warning, smoking causes cancer. Please do not smoke if pregnant. So you can ascribe maybe certain birth defects to the fact that the mom smoked when she was pregnant. You're attributing the birth defects to the smoking. So texting, other examples, texting as a cause of an accident, smoking as a cause of cancer, or anytime you assign a cause or reason for something happening. Circuitous, adjective, roundabout, not direct, so something that's indirect. So taking a circuitous path to get to where you want to go. So maybe sometimes taking the scenic route. I know some of you like to wander around the halls of Platt High School on your way to the bathroom. So instead of going straight there, you go downstairs, through one wing, up the other stairs, and all the way around. You take a circuitous path to get there. So it's roundabout, not direct. Commiserate is a verb, to sympathize with, have pity or sorrow for. So you're sharing those feelings of sorrow with somebody. You're empathizing with them. You're feeling their sympathy. So a friend of yours experiences a death in their family or goes through a really bad breakup or has a bad accident. You commiserate with them. You feel sympathy for them. Enjoin is a verb, to direct or order. So to charge, to command something. So a leader or a judge might enjoin you to do something. They might direct you or order you to do something. Expedite is a verb, to make easy, cause to progress faster, to speed up. So to expedite the process. Having a computer expedites the process of, let's say, maybe taking attendance. Instead of having to do it on paper and then somebody manually putting everything in, the computers expedite the process. Expiate is a verb, to make amends, to make up for. So you did something wrong, now you have to make up for it. So to make up after a fight, maybe it's a fight with your girlfriend and you buy her flowers. So you try to expiate the situation, try to make amends, try to make up for it. Or maybe you just say something nice and try to ask for forgiveness. Ferment is a noun or a verb. A noun is a state of great excitement, and that looks like that picture on the top there, the nurse. Looks like she's in a state of great excitement. Or a verb, to be in such a state, or to produce alcohol by chemical action. So that's the picture that you see before. So the process of making wine or alcohol. Inadvertent is an adjective. It is resulting from or marked by lack of attention. So it's an accident, but it's an accident because you're not paying attention. So something unintentional happens, something accidental happens, but again, because you're not paying attention. So you're not looking where you're going and you bump into somebody in the hallway. Or you're texting when you're driving, so you inadvertently run into the car in front of you. Nominal is an adjective, existing in name only, not real, too small to be taken seriously. So small fees, maybe you go to the bank and they charge you 50 cents for a $5,000 withdrawal. So that's just a nominal, a small fee. One homework assignment missed in the whole term is not going to significantly affect your grade. It's something that's nominal. It's too small to be taken seriously. Non-committal is not decisive. So if you're non-committal, you cannot make up your mind. You are unwilling to take a definite or a clear position. So you're not sure where you want to go to school. You don't know what you want to eat for dinner, what movie to watch. If you keep saying, I don't know, I'm not sure, maybe this, maybe that, I don't know, you're non-committal. You're not making that commitment. You're not making that decision. Peculate is a verb to steal something that has been given into one's trust. So you are trusted with working the cash register at your job, and you steal money from it. You are peculating. You're stealing something that has been given into your trust. Stealing from your family is another good example there that was listed. Proclivity is a noun, a natural tendency that a person has. So maybe you have a natural tendency to be kind or to lie. You have a natural athletic or musical ability. Maybe you have a proclivity to sleeping late on the weekend. So it's like just kind of your natural habit or your natural tendency. Now I have something that I want you guys to all try. What is a goatee? Say the definition out loud for me right now. What is a goatee, even if that means that you're talking to yourself? So I bet that many of you touched your chin to say, when you're giving the definition of a goatee. I can't explain why. Try it on your friends, try it on your family. Ask them what a goatee is and see how many people have a proclivity or a natural tendency to touch their chin when they give the definition of a goatee. It'll be fun. Try it out. Sang-froid. Okay, this one's fun to say. Please do not say sang-froid. That's not how it's pronounced, although if it helps you with spelling, you can kind of say it in your head, but it's pronounced sang-froid. Must be a French influence here. So it's a noun, composure or coolness, especially in difficult circumstances. And we talked about this in Unit 1 earlier. But having that composure, so you want the doctor, the fireman, the police officer, the nurse who are working on you or helping you out to have that sang-froid, to have that composure even though it's a difficult circumstance. You want soldiers to have that composure in times of war, or the president to have that composure in difficult circumstances, especially when they're talking to you and trying to address the nation about something difficult. Seditious is an adjective, resistant to lawful authority, having the purpose of overthrowing an established government. So you're being rebellious. You are mutinous, rebellious. So protesters, people who have no respect for the law, they're trying to overthrow that established government or that established authority. It could be literally with the law, it could be with your school administration, or maybe even with parents at home. If you're being seditious, you're being resistant to that authority. Tenuous is an adjective, thin, slender, not dense, lacking clarity or sharpness, poorly supported. So the rope there, it looks like it's going to break any minute, so that's tenuous. It's very poorly supported. You can also say, like, if you have an argument, you're making an argument either in a debate or on paper in your essay, and you just don't have good support for your argument is very tenuous. It's very poorly supported. Vitriolic, adjective, bitter, sarcastic, highly caustic, or biting. So the person shoveling there is being very, 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 I guess, verbally unhappy. They're saying some inappropriate things. Maybe they're being highly caustic. They're being very sarcastic. A lemon is also very bitter, so that part of the definition there. Or someone who's very sarcastic. I didn't read what the little boy is saying. Okay, so the little boy is being very vitriolic, very sarcastic there. And wheedle, our last word, is a verb to use coaxing or flattery to gain some desired end. So to cajole, to sweet talk somebody. You want something from somebody, you're going to wheedle them to try to get it. Maybe you'll use that flattery. We used the example earlier with, telling your mom she's beautiful because you want to borrow the car. Maybe telling your teacher how wonderful they are because you want them to forget about the fact that you didn't bring in your homework for that day. And this picture says, I cajoled my brother to dance on stage by complimenting his dancing and promising no one would ever see or know about it. So he wheedled his brother. He cajoled him into doing it by telling him he was so good. It's not very nice. All right, that is the end of Unit 3.